sunshine, lollipops and rainbows.
Welcome to A Beautiful Life TV. I'm so happy to have you here with us again. And we're starting a brand new year. And I guess I could say Happy New Year, couldn't I, Nadia? I think I can. So I will say Happy New Year. What we wanted to do with this first segment is to actually discuss everything that we're going to be doing with A Beautiful Life this year. And we have so many different areas that are in development, and we're very excited about these areas, and we want to get everyone involved in it and continue on our goal and our mission of helping people find their way to a beautiful life. So everything that we have happening, we want to segment it today, and in our next segment when Deanne comes on, we're going to be talking about our author symposium, which is our big baby starting the year off. But first, before we do anything else, I want to introduce Nadia Baboo. Nadia has come on board as our head of sales and marketing, and for one, it's fabulous for me, so I'm really thrilled to have her here and working with us. And we're going to talk a bit about where we're going to be taking A Beautiful Life magazine. Now, as you know, our entire mission is to bring the experts together that can help you on your journey to a beautiful life. And that has been our goal for that since we started in the spring. And we have brought in some fabulous, fabulous experts. And in doing that, we've hit a range of topics that have even surprised me on the things that we've hit. But we want to get some input from Nadia on what she thinks and what she sees happening with A Beautiful Life. And Nadia is also going to come on as one of our columnists and going to be discussing. And she's going to tell us a little bit about her background and what she's going to bring to A Beautiful Life. Welcome. Thank you for coming out. And I'm so happy you did, because I know it was sort of a little last minute, but I'm so glad that you're able to come.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thank you so much.
Great. Now, we are going to talk first about a little bit about you. So tell us about you.
Well, my background, I come from the beauty industry.
So do I.
Oh, yes, that's what we share. So I come from the beauty industry many in my past life. And basically in training and development, public relations, and then my career transformed into image and personal branding. So basically in the last few years, I've been speaking to men and women about how they present themselves to the world. And personal branding can sometimes people think of it more for business people, but you can attribute it to your personal life as well, whether you're re-entering the dating scene.
This is very true. Actually, yeah, that's really good.
Most definitely. What's your brand? What are you trying to say to the world? And how are you doing it? Through how you look, how you present yourself, how you communicate.
Very good. Yeah, that's excellent. Well, you know what? We do share a similar background, but it has transitioned extremely well into marketing, advertising, promotion, and helping others sort of get their message out to the world. Yes. I think that is the thread that sort of links us, is that we can do that and get that message out. So what do you see as what you want to see with A Beautiful Life? Like coming now, we got fresh eyes on it. I know what I sort of created. But what do you see for us in the direction we can go and the type of people that we want to bring on board in 2013 that can help our readers, our viewers on their journey?
Well, what I see is I love what you've already started with the magazine, and I just see it expanding. Still, focusing as you and I have spoken about, and the whole concept of the magazine is how do you create your own personal beautiful life? What is it for you? So it can cover all different areas from, excuse me, from health and wellness. I see bringing on some fitness as it's the new year. The resolutions have started, so let's see how we can start that off on a good note. Speaking of notes, I was even thinking music.
Excellent.
How do we contribute that to our lives? How does that influences a lot of us? So how do we bring that into it? That
opens a whole new realm of therapeutic music, entertainment.
Exactly.
Like it hits a whole new area. Very good. Excellent. That's wonderful.
And
I made a good choice.
Thank you. And of course, sticking with our own backgrounds, the beauty and fashion is always a big part of it. But also for those business people out there, expanding, how do we market ourselves? We were speaking a little bit before about direct sales and, network marketing. How do we make that happen? It's a big phenomenon right now. A lot of people are going that direction. So how do we make that achievable, successful for people? There's so much we can do. That's
what I love about the concept.
Theater and all the different pieces that you can bring to your life that fulfill us.
No, that's exactly one of the main reasons I created A Beautiful Life, in that it opened the door to all areas because everyone's journey is different. Some people are going out through a spiritual journey, financial journey, a wellness journey. Like everyone has a different journey. So if we can bring that with the magazine, then we are expanding their world, and that's wonderful. And then that brings us more and more readers. Yes. Now that's another thing we're going to be doing, and you and I had discussed, is that we want to get thicker. Okay, we're at 28 pages. We're going to get thicker, but we also want to distribute in a much wider range of regions. So right now we're in the GTA, but we do want to expand that, right? Like that's our essential goal for 2013, is to expand that and go all over. So we are hitting Durham. You can find us in Durham. You can find us in York Region, Toronto, and Peel right now. But we are looking to go as far as Barrie. We want to go into Kingston, Ottawa. We want to go across Kitchener, go west, right? Go west, young man. Right? We want to go that way. So we really want to see this entire concept really expand and grow. And I'm very excited that you're going to be spearheading that, because I think it's under a great person who also walks the talk and does it, you know? So I think that's going to be really amazing. We are bringing on new writers, and we encourage everyone who takes an ad with us to write as well, because it expands your horizons and enables people to get to know you in a way that you wouldn't be known by just an ad alone. Now, an ad is fabulous, especially if it's a call to action ad, because it gives the who, what, when, where, why, and your call to action. A call to action is anything that tells about a special, a giveaway, call us today, and so it gets people to think about and motivated to using your services. An article lets them know about you, lets them know their personality, right? Definitely. So we really encourage that you also write. Now, another area with us is you can be within the print entity, or you can be online. On our website is extremely active, and when you do take an online ad, you automatically can become a writer in the magazine as well. So it opens that door, and it's a very cost-effective way. But Nadia is actually going to be the person that you contact and that you speak to about. So, and she's more than happy to speak to everybody about what their opportunities are within a beautiful life, and where we're going with it, and the kind of articles that you can write. And she'll really be the point person on that, and I'm very excited for that you'll be doing that.
Me too.
The other area that we're going to be developing in 2013 is our coaches and facilitator network. Now, this is our online entity, and we want to have a network going all across Canada where we can bring the coaches and facilitators that can help people on their journey, so that they can connect with them and know what their areas are. And this is also, and it taps into the magazine, because there'll also be writers within our magazine, and working with Nadia closely. One of the things that you want to be able to do is access these people. And coaches come in all ranges, from financial coaches to business coaches to lifestyle coaches, and even now they have spiritual coaches, right? So it hits all areas, and that's something too we want to do with A Beautiful Life, is that we're not focused in one. We're open to all ideas of what can get you to a beautiful life. So it can be the laws of attraction, it can be crystals, it can be like really, you know, write down on paper, this is the way it is, black and white mentalities. That way everybody can get something out of this. And do you agree with that, that we're hitting all realms like that?
Most definitely, because everybody, and you know, we all relate to things in different ways. So I think it's a good idea that we have a little bit of variety in writing styles and topics, so that we reach everybody.
And that's exactly our goal, is to help and connect as many people as we can. The other entity that we have going for 2013 is our live events, and we really love our live events. One, it gives a chance for people to meet our writers live. It'll give you a chance to meet our Beautiful Life staff, our facilitators, our coaches. You'll be able to come out and do that. But it also gives you a chance to broaden your horizons, because we do not just work within the business-to-business realm or the entrepreneurial realm. We work with retail, we work with corporate, students, homemakers, all come out, so you're able to network on a much broader scale. And we're going to be talking more with Deanne regarding our author symposium, but that is our sort of next big thing that is happening. And that is happening on February 28th, so that's our kickoff to the year for our live events. Now, the magazine, we want to bring up our cover for our first issue of 2013. As you can see, it is a Color Your World Beautiful, and that is something that we are really passionate about, is to find all the beautiful colors there are out there. And by colors, obviously, we mean the different entities that can take you on your journey to a beautiful life. Now, what did you think of our cover? It's pretty cool.
I loved it.
Isn't that awesome?
Loved it.
Like, I'm going to brag. I loved it. I mean, we were thinking of all these different types of covers of what we could put on, but I really wanted to convey a lot of the articles that are going to be in that issue, and that is about coloring your world, making it beautiful, and seeing the beauty in the world and what's out there. And it can be via your family, it can be through your finances, your home, your garden, but it is the beauty that is out there, and we want everyone to really embrace that and enjoy that for 2013. Wonderful. So now Nadia will be taking over a lot of how our covers are going to go over the next year. So we'll be seeing if you can top mine. Well, is that a challenge? We'll see that. But at our actual cover after this one, or our next issue, which will be our April-May issue, we'll be focusing on fashion and beauty because it is the bridal and prom season. And that is where you're going to just excel, right? We'll be bringing our A game to that. Between you and I, we'll really be able to bring something fabulous to that. So that issue. Now, yesterday I went prom dress shopping with my daughter. So we're going to write an article about that and the experience of it and how amazing it was and how utterly stunning my daughter is. But I had to throw that in, right? So we had a lot of fun with that. We're going to write about that. I'm going to talk about that rite of passage through grade 8 to high school. I'm going to talk about prom, and we're going to be talking about bridal fashion. And I'm sure that you have a lot to say regarding my putting you on the spot. Talk about bridal fashion right now.
Talk about bridal fashion. Oh my goodness, yes, it's I think that dress is the most important dress that any woman will ever purchase in her life.
The prom.
Yes, second most important. And sometimes you do it a couple of times.
Yeah, there you go.
So, but it's still just as important, you know, no matter how many times you do it. And it is fun. It's stressful. You know, I think we definitely, I know when going through my own business, I've had a few of those
moments?
Those moments, yes. It can be very emotional, it can be very stressful, but it can be just absolutely amazing when the woman walks out with that perfect dress and everybody goes, oh, and you know, it's worth every moment of it.
Well, I mean, being in the beauty industry, we've had a lot of experiences with brides, so we can write some really fun things. But we're going to be having like makeup tips, etiquette tips, like sort of all these different things that'll help you. There's sort of that period is very, very popular for people starting to get their wedding stuff together, doing their prom, getting out. We're going to have limos. We're going to have everything in that issue. So we'll have everything you need to get through that sort of period and make it just amazing and beautiful, right?
Oh, most definitely.
And the makeup, obviously, makeup is my baby, and it's always been my baby. I wrote a book a few years back on bridal and studio makeup artistry, and it geared strictly to the bridal industry. And it's funny that you were talking about the stress and everything, because I actually put a chapter in there about how to deal with brides. How to deal with. But the first time when I knew that I had to move on from being a hairstylist, and I'll quickly tell the story, I had a prom girl in my chair, and she had hair down to her butt, and she wanted it curled extremely tightly. So I spent hours curling this girl's hair and doing it all. And then we were done, and we pulled it out, and it just looked stunning. It looked like, literally like a picture. And she looked at it, and she says, you know, I think I just want you to wash it and just diffuse it, which is essentially just blow drying it loosely, not even with a brush, right? And I just looked at her in the mirror, and I said, get out. So I thought, okay, it's time for me to move on. I'm not going to be good at this anymore. My patience levels are done. And I used to take so much in the past. When I was younger, you could take that, right? But as you get older, you're like, I'm done. I am done with you. And she's like, but. It's like, just here's a brush. Do what you need to do and get out. Pay me on the way out. But just go. But that's when I knew I had to transition and move on from there. And I had written about her actually in the book. So she lives on in infamy in that story.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, that's going to be an area where, again, your articles will focus on that, and everybody that we have writing in there will focus on those as well. So that is what's happening with A Beautiful Life coming up this year. We wanted to do specifically this today to let you know of the things that we have going. We really want you to invite you to contact us and see how you can become part of A Beautiful Life family, because there are so many areas that are developing. We're launching an online bookstore. We're launching an online gift store. This will all be announced and launched at our live event on the 28th. But there's so much happening, and we're bringing people from so many areas, and we want to eventually take this global, right? Like, I mean, we've talked big plans, especially with doing online sales. I mean, we can get that from anywhere. So we're also inviting people with books that would like to have representation to give us a call as well. And again, our Coaches and Facilitators Network and advertising in Beautiful Life magazine and online. please contact us and ask us about how you can be part of that. And our live events obviously have our booth places and our speaker areas. So there's many ways you can be involved with us, and we'd love to have you. And if you're coming just to read about about all of the things that we're bringing, that's wonderful too. Or viewing our show, we welcome you that way as well. Whatever we can do to help you on your journey to a beautiful life is where we want to be. Now, we are going to stop. We're going to say goodbye. Nadia, thank you so much for coming out. I'm glad everyone's met you. Online, you will see Nadia's contact information and her bio, so you can get to know her, and you can contact her at any time, as well as her phone number, and you get her by email or by phone. And you will also be posting it through our social media outlets so that they get to know who you are, and through our subscriber base, which, by the way, we are now up to 10,092 subscribers. So we are very excited by that we are slowly building up our subscriber side. And you're welcome to subscribe online. You can just go onto our site and subscribe and receive a PDF of our magazine every other month, and also all updates that we have going within A Beautiful Life. Thank you. We've had a wonderful time. Nadia, thank you so much for coming out.
Thank you, Ronnie.
And we're going to take a break now, and up next will be Diane. Thank you.
Sunshine, lollipops, and